right, so to start with, there is a plug right there. I already unplugged it. As you can see, you just got to get up there to it and pull this down. This is the thing that goes, but it plugs in. I don't know if you can see the other half of it up here to a thing. Keep my right next to the rear body mount. Then you have to take this out, 13 millimeter socket, and then take these two out, which I believe are a 15. Let's see here. Nope, they're 19. So these two are 19, and this is a 13. Now, when you pull this hook out, you'll want to make sure this center piece comes out. It's a big long stick thing that sticks up in there. It's not a screw or anything. It's kind of like a push pin. And you'll notice how shiny everything is. I had a fluid film application done a week ago. Our good friends at DuPage Corrosion Protection, friend Kevin who runs that. Probably not the best idea to do that right before you're starting to work on it because this is messy. But, you know, do what you got to do.
All right, well, we got the old bumper off. Time to put the new bumper on. We fitted the new bumper with the 3-inch last fit pod lights. These are in a flood pattern. They're 36-watt versions. These things work very well. Highly recommend. We'll put a link down below in the affiliate link. Also get you a discount code as well if you want to buy some. And we're about to throw this thing on, so this will be very fun.
All right, well, the old off, coming up with a new one here. As you can see, there's quite a significant amount of difference, you know, in the two. As far as width, the steel bumper is a little bit smaller. It's a little sleeker too. It's not near as deep as the stock one. So weight-wise, I don't know if they're any different. I'd have to guess they're probably about the same. I carried both of them up the stairs. You know, and it may be just because I'm weak today, but I felt like the stock one was a tad bit heavier, to be honest with you. But, all right, well, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take pictures where all these, I'm going to take these plates off, here, here, and here, so I can get to those sensors. Once I get those off, I'm going to start taking pictures of those sensors, because I want to make sure I put them the same orientation in the same spot from this bumper up to that one. So I'll share some links with some other videos that have done this as well. So that way, if my instructions aren't clear, you know, I don't necessarily always do step by step. My instructions may not be clear, but at least you can get an idea. So anyway, we're off the races. Right. So I've already popped out the little nubs here with a screwdriver, the wiring harness, little plastic. You'll see those in the victory video. Well, look at here. Wonder what this is from. A little sand dunes action, maybe. All right. All right, I'm going to finish taking these out. I've already took a couple of them out. I'm going to finish taking these 15 millimeter bolts out, so I move these plates, get that wire out, and then we'll convert it over to the new bumper. So, this bracket goes on each end like this. There's two of these. The factory bolt's in the bottom. You see down there? And this big bolt right here with a big nut and a washer. Now, that's a 1 1/8 inch wrench, which I didn't have, so I had to go and to the hardware store. This is not fully bolted on yet, but here's a little bit of a preview. So, looks exciting. Almost done. Alright, so the ADD bumper, it's a beautiful bumper. Only bad thing is, look at this big ass gap. Yeah, you're talking full 2 3/4 almost. Over about 2 1/2, 2 3/4. Or 3/8, I guess you used to say. It's a big ass gap, especially when you have dogs. You know, their paws could theoretically slip in there and hit that hot muffler. Plus, you know, you gotta worry about shit falling out. And I got a solution to this. We'll see here in just a moment. So I did measure this from this black spot here over to the strut mount. It's 38 inches. The plate I got, which I'll show it to you momentarily, is 3 inches long. So it does overlap there. And it has an L, so we're going to try to see if we can't maybe put some self-tapping screws, a couple along here, have a little gap filler, so to speak. So more to come on there. All right, so here we go with this aluminum bracket. This is something I had made from a friend of ours. Here lives locally in the Midwest. His name is Eric. He runs the G3 Fabrications. I think I got his name right. Anyway, so that gap in the back, I measured it out. This is about a 3 1/4, 3 1/2 inch width, about 1 inch tall. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna size this up, probably drill some holes here to put some screws through. I will have to drill into the body back under the seal, weather stripping seal. All right, so here you'll see I made some marks. So basically I measured the whole width of the tailgate. Now granted, this thing's only wide enough to cover from the end of the tailgate to the strut mount. So there's another several inches beyond that. So basically I took that whole length, which was 43.5 inches, divided it by 4. So I want to put 3 screws, which was 10 inches and 7/8 inches. So I measured these out 10 and 7/8, 10 7/8, 10 7/8. Now you'll notice that there is difference. This is not as long as it is over here, but when this is sitting in the tailgate, because of the strut that you have over here, it will all be equaled out to the edge of the tailgate, which would be about right there. Primer here, and I've got some trim black spray paint. That's actually a recommendation from JCR for touching up their bumper trims. So I'll take some light sandpaper, just kind of scuff it a little bit, nothing too aggressive on this side. I'm not going to paint the bottom of it. Just going to paint the edge, the flat piece, the upper piece, and the upper edge. Just so it's all, what you'll visibly see is black. And we'll do several coats of, we'll do 2-3 coats of primer, then several coats of the black trim. And after it's all said and done, I got some fluid film here to coat that new bumper with. So I've already got the rest of the car, as you saw earlier in the video, coated. So I bought a can of this so we can get the aftermarket bumper as well. So it's definitely an investment I don't want to see rust away. To rectify the gap, I had a friend of ours, G3 Fabrications, made us an aluminum plate here. Painted it, it's aluminum so it shouldn't rust. Drilled some holes in the body here, using one of our drills. And we bought these self-tapping screws, and I can put a link to these in the thing. So I just did some pilot drills just to get the holes lined up. Now this is 38 inches, so it does go over here to this piece. So it does have still a little bit of a gap right here. I'm not so much worried about that. I just want to have this because this is where the dogs are getting it out. I put some 3M adhesive on the bottom of this, and that way it'll stick. I'm hoping I can get this to stay down. I got some clamps up here I'm going to try as well. So I'm going to finish putting the rest of these screws in, and we'll see what we can do. All right, so here we are, finished product. Actually turned out really good. So, yeah, no more gap. So, very happy about that. You know, like I said, addicted to Desert's design. If you're watching this, please consider doing something like this for your future customers. It's definitely a huge improvement. Awesome. Now I can really enjoy this bumper, not having to worry about the dogs burning their paws. Not having to worry about shit falling in there and getting trapped on the muffler, because I haven't had that happen. So I have to be careful about the edges here. You know, there and over there. But in general, I think this will help out a lot. At least keep the big chunks from falling through. Anyway, hope you guys like and subscribe. A lot more content to come in the near future. We got front bumper coming, engine cover, and a bunch of other things. So stay tuned.